Hello guys, welcome again to my first series course of CSS. This is the part 2 of the series. The link of the playlist is in description below. Go to the playlist and start from the first video if you are new here and learn from scratch. I will cover CSS for absolute beginners in this course. Be sure to subscribe the channel and allow the notification to all so that you can get notification when I upload the next part. Also like the video and comment below if you have any opinion on my contents or you want to learn something new. I am promising that we'll take your likes and comments seriously. And at last, please share the video with all of those who need this so that we can learn it together. Remember, unity we stand, divided we fall. So, let's jump into today's part. I will show you how can we detect any HTML element into our CSS file so that we can give any style to that element. We will see the beginner's way first. Then we will observe the advanced way to select HTML tags into CSS without using any ID or class name. At first, we saw into the previous part that we can directly select a tag with the name of that tag into the CSS. Let's see the example again. In this HTML file, we just have a single paragraph tag and we have detected the tag in CSS by its name. Then we have given font size to 30 pixels for that paragraph tag. But now think about it. We won't have a single paragraph tag in our HTML. We will have a lot of paragraph tag there. Let's assume that we have 3 paragraphs, but we only want to give the style to our second paragraph tag. So, what can I do here? Did you guess it? Okay, let me clear. We can simply give a unique id attribute to this second paragraph. Remember that, by the rules of standard HTML, id name must be unique in every HTML page. That means, you should not use one id name more than once in a HTML page. That's why it is called unique. Now we can detect this tag in our CSS by the name of this id. Instead of that p tag we have to just write a hash sign here and without any space, we have to write down the name of the id which we gave to that specific paragraph tag. Now if I give 30 pixels to the font size property, we will see that only the second paragraph is getting the style. Isn't it easy to remember? Okay, now you may already asking yourself, what if I want to give style to any of the 2 paragraph tags? I mean, we don't want to give style to a specific single paragraph tag. We also don't want to give style to all the paragraph tags. We need to give style to 2 separate paragraph tags. Now think about a school. If you want to detect all students of a school, you can easily detect that by the uniform of that school, which we have done when we detect all of our paragraph tags. Then if you want to detect a single student of that school, you can simply detect that by his or her student ID, which we have done we have detected a single paragraph tag using its ID. But what will you do when you want to detect a group of students who are studying a class 1 standard of that school? You can detect them by their class name. Isn't it in HTML, we can also provide a class name to each of the element which we want to group in a class. Let's give a class to the first and the third paragraph tag. Now we can easily detect both of these paragraph tag in the CSS by their class name. Simply write a dot sign instead of hash here. Then write the name of that class and give any style you want. Let's give the text color to orange red to these 2 paragraphs. Now see on the browser. The first and the third one is changed according to the style we have given. Now let me know in the comment below that, how was the example of that school? Was it easy to understand and remember the selection of HTML tags into the CSS? If you have any problem, be sure to rewind the video once again and also be sure to make a comment below. If everything seems fine, let's move on to the advanced way of selecting those tags without any ID or class name. We are removing the ID and the class name from our HTML and CSS. Now, how can we detect only the second paragraph without any ID or class name? Well, now think these 3 paragraphs as 3 childs of same parents. Now we can easily detect the second paragraph as the second child of a parents. Wait, this is not a real life. So, how can we assume that is child in a CSS file? That's true. It is not a real life. But there is a special feature of CSS called nthchild, which is used to detect any child of HTML. Get back into the lesson. Here we can simply write the paragraph tag and give a colon after it. After the colon, we can write nth-child, then open a parenthesis. Give a number here. We want to select the second paragraph. So, we are giving 2 here. Now give font size as 30 pixels to this block and see on the browser. The style is changed for the second paragraph. Isn't it cool? Let me know in the comment below. But for the first and the last paragraph tag, it is way more easy. We can select the first paragraph tag by writing p tag, then a colon. Now instead of nthchild, we can write first child with a hyphen in it. Now if I set the color to orange red, it will be changed on the browser for the first paragraph tag. I think you have already guessed. What can we do to select the last paragraph tag into the CSS? If you already able to guess it, then pause the video and write down that into the comment box now. I think you got it right. We can use nthchild3 and pals of the first child to detect the last paragraph tag. If I set color to red for the last child, you can see the color of the last paragraph is changed to red. Let's break this part here and stay tuned for the next part where I will show you some standard and basic rules of CSS and also show you how can you reduce the code in CSS. So, if you want to learn how to decrease the time of writing CSS code by reducing the code, be sure to subscribe and allow the notification to all. Again, unity we stand, divided we fall. So, share the videos with those who want to learn CSS and become a master in CSS. Thanks for your cooperation.